What up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm MoedotJ and we are locked in. This is episode 4 of the game, and we see that Tasha Mack is trying to make things happen. You don't get to this level without putting in the work. She flew down to Georgia because she wanted to get a quarterback to sign with her. She got to fly back to Vegas to make sure that her son doesn't run his mouth and mess up something. A big piece of the pie is in Malik's hands, trying to get that ownership. And also, Garret, another client, wants to be the highest paid defensive player ever. So Tasha's trying to make things happen and hold it all together. But before we get into this episode, shout out to the notification game. If you're new to the channel, you want to be a part of it, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Hit that like button. It's the easiest thing you can do. Now, Tasha Mack's working. Malik, he's out here losing money playing golf, but he's also looking out for Jamison. He's bringing Jamison into the house, trying to get him prepared because Tasha has a plan for him also to get him in the league. So let's jump into it. This is episode 4 of the game. We know Malik is now on the No Nut November journey with Jamison being the lead. Now, if you go all the way back to season 1 of the original game, we know that Malik, he has his way with the ladies. Well, I won't say he has his way. The ladies love Malik. Let's put it that way because they are consensual adults. And he's out here burning all of his tapes. Now, Jamison is saying step 1 is to rid yourself of all of the temptations. If this is hurting Malik, it's hurting him bad. And I'm talking about Jamison threw the whole box in the fire. Now, Tasha holds an annual all-white party, and Malik is like, ooh, you know what that white party means to me? 5 white women. Ooh, wee. That's Malik talking. That is not me. And Jamison's like, oh, yeah, that all-white party. He's like, I don't know if you can come to this one. But Malik is trying to stay focused. No Nut November. And Jamison says, hey, don't burn that book, though. That book is, that's going to keep you away from them temptations. Brittany in the room, she listening to some, I guess it's Meg Thee Stallion, but she in there twerking. I'm like, okay, I see what we doing. Raquel comes in, she starts shaking that thing too. Now we know Raquel's into music. So Brittany's in here getting ready for this all white party. She's like, oh, you gonna come with me? She's like, Ari Lennox is gonna be there? Well, Brittany gives her an all white outfit, but it's a waitress outfit. She's like, wait, I thought I'm not doing tables or anything no more. She's like, look, trust me, you're going to be her personal waitress. So this will give her at least close contact to her and put her in the vicinity of Ari Lennox. Now, what you do from there is really going to be on to you, Raquel. So Jamison has Malik working out to try to get his mind off it. I'm talking about they doing hip thrusters and everything. And Malik is like, nah, man, this is just making me want it more. He's like, all right, well, let's go get some cardio or something. So Jamison turns on the little mirror workout machine thing. You know, that's too rich for my blood, people. Regular treadmill for me. And Malik has a personal trainer on there. India, he hurries up and turns it off. He's like, oh, no, that's my kryptonite right there. She had that thing on her behind her. You know what I'm saying? Malik said, turn that off. We cannot watch that because that's going to make me want it even more. Tasha goes over to talk to Colonel. Remember, he offered that drink because he wants to talk about Garrett's contract. And Tasha's like, look, I'm going to get Garret to sign. Now, the owner, he doesn't want to spend that kind of money. They're billionaires, but they worried about another million. But then again, that's how billionaires stay rich. But Tasha said, we're going to get that deal taken care of. I just need you to look at my new prospect, Jamison. And I've been telling you guys, they're trying to keep anything away from Jamison. They don't want him to be associated with a team just because of the media blowback of that R word and him being convicted of it. So he's saying, I don't know about that, but there's not much I wouldn't do for you, Tasha. Unless Mr. Mack could get upset. She's like, Mr. Mack ain't showing up to this all white party. This is the first time anything white he ain't showing up for, if y'all know what I'm talking about. Now, Tasha, she's getting focused. Brittany, listen, I need this to be better than the royal wedding. Brittany make a joke talking about, oh, I couldn't get Megan and the prince to show up. You hear Tasha talk about, damn. Tasha was aiming for the stars. Now she's telling her to set all this up. Brittany's like, well, Oprah, she raised $2 billion. Tasha said, we're gonna raise 2.1 million. And also she's talking about, I'm trying to get Jamison. It's hard that I can't get a white man that has a black woman fetish to let a black woman bring in her client. Brittany talking about maybe I can try something. Tasha said, look, you need to worry about this all white party. Worry about the all white party. That's it. Don't be trying to do nothing else. Now, Jamison, he's been trying to make ends meet. You know, it's kind of hard to get a job when you got that on your resume. And I'm talking about that charge. So he's working out with some of the older ladies. Now, these ladies, when he had to do community service, he volunteered to work them out, you know, keep them in shape. And it just carried on to little pole classes. Now, Brittany, What do we know about Brittany? She's always going to do what Brittany thinks is right. So she shows up with a suit. It's like, you need to come to this all white party, because she's trying to get him in contact with the colonel to try to get him on the team. And he's like, man, Tasha told me I don't need to show up to this until I get a contract from a team. Now, Brittany starts to talk to one of the ladies, and she's like, oh yeah, we love Jamison. He works us out. He gets us in shape. You know, he's our trainer. Now, what Brittany is trying to do is persuade her, if we can come and have her bring her Southern charm and vouch for Jamison, that would look very, very good. Now, the only thing is, this lady said, oh, a white party? Oh, no, that ain't no place for no black folk. She's saying, no. It's an all white party, like as far as the attire. I like this older lady. She talking about, oh, no, an all white party. We're not saying that you're looking for trouble, but you're putting yourself in a situation if you go to them kind of parties. It's the night of the all white party. Raquel's over there. She's serving some food. We got the sound check going. They over here feeling it. I ain't never heard this song. Well, I think I heard it before. Talking about pressure. And we need to get focused, though, because we want to get this music off. Now, Raquel, she's nervous about it, especially because it's a celebrity, someone that you enjoy their music. Well, she's her personal server. And Brittany's like, well, sing her the menu. Let her know that you can sing or something. So you see her over here trying to sing lobster tail and shrimp. Like, oh, man, she ain't trying to hear that crap. Also, what Tasha's doing, she has that fundraiser that we know we're trying to raise $2.1 million to do better than Oprah. Now, this is for women empowerment, young black women empowerment. This lady here is the head mistress at a school, Oakmont. Now, Tasha's daughter plays tennis and she's been beating people. So the only way to get in these prestigious schools is to donate money. Show that you can have that image, the higher image. So that's what she's doing. She's introducing in the head mistress to all the people around the party so she can potentially get her daughter into this prestigious school. Tasha comes over to see Brittany. Oh, get to work. We need all the ice cubes in here. Big cubes, medium cubes, small cubes. She's like, I got it, Tasha. What are you, Dr. Seuss? She said, I'm gonna put your cat in my hat. Getting on her ass. You got to keep Brittany working. You know what I'm saying? If not, if she ain't focused, she messing things up. Malik gets up there and gets on the mic because, you know, Malik gonna do what Malik gonna do. Talking about we gonna raise some money out here. Who got an ass app? My bad. Cash app. Shout out to all the girls with the real hair. Make some noise. No one scream. He like, oh, shoot, wrong party. Tasha gets up there. Malik, get the hell out of here. Now, everyone, look up under your seats. That's right. There's an envelope. Everyone gets an envelope. You get an envelope because she's shooting these shots at Oprah. You get an envelope. You get an envelope. Now, I need y'all to put money in there and make some donations. You know what I'm saying? Donations. Garret sees Malik acting a little funny while all this is going on. He's like, oh, Malik, you participating in No Nut? He's like, oh, no, I ain't doing that. Me doing that? Me, Malik doing that? Garrett's like, yeah, you're doing it. Now, the pressure is really on to Malik. You heard Ari. Pressure? Because India shows up. And he's like, ooh, that's my kryptonite. And he's just trying to make it through the night. Girl, you don't get out of here with all that chocolate. Now, the plan is in effect. We're about to get the colonel over here. The older lady, you're going to lay that charm on him. And we're going to try to get Jamison on the team because Brittany's trying to make things happen on her own. Now, Colonel comes over. He knows Jamison. He tells him, impressive play out there on that golf course. You did your thing, you know what I'm saying? Now, the older lady is saying, yeah, I used to, you know what I'm saying, make some cobblers. I won a couple of competitions down there in the South. Now, I can tell you some places here in Vegas. Since they are located in Vegas and she's there now, he's like, oh, I like cobbler. Let me know. Let me know what you talking about. Tasha turns around and tells the DJ, hey, yo, whoa, ain't no white music at the white party. We still gonna play all of our music. There ain't no white music at the white party. Now, the head mistress comes over with a guy, and he's one of the head donators over to the school, and she's introducing them to Tasha. And Tasha, like, oh, okay, cool, because she's playing that role because she wants to be able to put her daughter in this school. So accepting this money, this is all good. Like, okay, cool. I'm meeting some of the upper people, some of the higher donators. This is looking good for Tasha. I told you things are looking up for Tasha now. She talking about we in here now. So the head mistress says you're going to fit in fine. Well, we got this scrub coming up, the big scrub where all of the dedicated donators, they come up there and we scrub it up dub. Tasha like, oh yeah, we going to do that. Now she turns around. She starts dancing with the guy, Brett, the big donator. Tasha like, I ain't scrubbing shit. I feel you on that. I'm donating this money. I ain't doing a damn thing. Manual labor is out the picture. We rich. Garret is saying, look, Colonel's probably going to let Jamison come to the tryouts because he's going to do anything he can to possibly sign me. Tasha's like, nah, he ain't budging on Jamison right now. Garrett's like, man, I'm still going to hold out for this cash, though, as he should, because another team will still pick up that contract. Now, she's over here talking to Colonel, and he's asking her, how does he know her? And she's saying, oh, I met him in the stripping class. Well, it's just a little class we take, you know what I'm saying, just to get flexible and stay in shape. And she's saying, I never met anybody as caring as him. Because we know Jamison, he was probably accused of some BS. We still haven't heard exactly how the case went, but she's saying he's a good guy. He did his time and he's trying to make a difference out here. Now, this is the 8th annual all-white Tasha Mack party. So you know they got to auction off the men. Now, you see Malik on the side. He's nervous because it's no nothing November. And India's out there betting big money. He's like, oh, please don't let her get me. Please don't let her get me because I'm trying to make it through the night. Now, Garret, on the other hand, he chilling because on his head is, I need to be the highest paid player. That's what I'm worried about. We can't forget about Raquel. She's over here talking to Ari like, hey, you ready for your next drink? You need to put your order in now. Well, they have the little QR codes, my bad, that you scan on the candle and it'll give you all of the menu. So she's like, all right, you got to scan this. But when she puts the candle down, she switches it with another candle. And it's actually the QR code to her music. And she runs off. All the big girls, won't you back it up? Hey, won't you back it up? So they out there, they all getting it in, you know what I'm saying? Shaking it like congos. Everybody having a good time. Tasha's looking at Malik like, oh, son, what are you doing? He's like, man, I ain't had no sex, mom. I need it. India takes our boy off the dance floor. I'm talking about by the bow tie, threw him on the chest. He hopped up on top of him. You hear Malik talking about, I'm not gonna make it. But his alarm goes off. It hits midnight. Now we can start fresh. Oh yeah, Miss India, while you over here trying to take advantage of Malik, where you gonna be at in 29 days? Cause my boy gonna be ready. Just when we think things are going good for Jamison, he might potentially have a chance. Mr. Morrison shows back up. Now, if you remember, he was the top donator. And it turns out this is who Jamison slept with, his daughter. Now, we don't know the full details yet, but Jamison is saying, hey, bro, I did my time. I can go wherever I want. Now, Mr. Morrison, a rich white guy, you know how they are. He's like, I don't want to be here with no rapists or anything. I want my donations back. And he's like, why is he here? We got to get rid of him. And Jamison like, bruh, like, I can be here. Now, Tasha Mack gonna stand up because wrong is wrong and right is right. And what Mr. Morrison did was wrong. Jamison has served his time. And Tasha is saying, look, if you want your money back, you can take it. We don't need your money over here. But he served his time. And if that was your son, a white boy, it would have been a slap on the wrist. But don't talk to me about not having kids because I do have a daughter. So I could know what you're feeling if that really happened. And also, I have a young black boy who, just like Jamison, we came from poverty and he actually made it to be a football player, a owner of a football team. So if you want your money, get up out of here. Tasha held it down. Tasha being Tasha, she bounces back though. Now everybody's looking like, man, what the hell is going on? So Tasha, she makes light of the situation. Ain't that a bitch? That's what happened when black folk try to throw an all white party. White people get mad. Everybody starts laughing. So it's like, all right, cool. We good now. Colonel comes over. He talks to Tasha. And she's like, look, I'm sorry, but I had to do that. And he's like, oh, anybody that can call out Morrison, I got respect for him. So now he's looking at it like, okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and give Jamison a try because what you did was you stood up to somebody that, you know, rich folk, they may not see the eye to eye, but if someone else does something to them, oh yeah, they're going to appreciate that. Tasha stays on Brittany. She's like, only a fool would pull a stunt like that. But if that fool ever does something like that again, she talking about bringing Jamison to this all-white party to potentially put him in the position to talk to the owner. That fool's going to lose her job. But this time, you did right. So go turn up a little bit. Like, we're not all hard on Brittany. We just letting her know the real world is the real world. You're not living with Jason Pitts no more. Out here, it's a hard game. Now, Ari shows up to Raquel and she tells her, hey, that move you pulled, it was a stank move. You know what I'm saying? You don't do nothing like that. But hey, when you're a starving artist, you got to try what you can do. You know what I'm saying? Any chance you get, you got to try to, hey, I got to try to make it happen. Opportunity only comes once. Now, Ari says, I have a producer that listened to it and she liked it. So she followed you. Now you got to really start putting out some music so they can really see you. Garret and Raquel, they're starting to hit things off, you know, from the party that they had. Now, earlier tonight, she was talking to him. Oh, I don't know if I can bid for you. He like, yeah, you can't afford me. You know what I'm saying? She talking about she only had $24. Well, he's saying, you know, I'm worth $28. So he just joking around with her. But he comes back later on, and we just got the good news that Ari, one of the producers, likes Raquel's music. So now my boy Garret's like, come out and dance with me. Come enjoy the night. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to show you something, show you the better things in life. Now, Tasha didn't raise that 2.1 million. It ended up being 1.9 million because the guy took his 200,000 back. So she didn't beat Oprah. But now she's telling the head mistress, oh, my daughter plays tennis. We need to get her in there and get the ball rolling right now. You know, she didn't already beat teenagers. So she's a pretty big deal. Now, the head mistress is telling her, that's fine and dandy. But all of the parents, they have to show up to every event. You're only allowed to miss one event for the whole school year. Now, Tasha, it's going to be hard for her with all these different clients and traveling around the country to show up to all these events. So missing one and then after that it's over with. Ooh, this is going to be tough for Tasha to make that decision. Now, the head mistress already got this check in her hand too. We finally get to hear the whole story about what happened to Jamison. Now, he's outside sitting by himself because he said when he seen Mr. Morrison, it just brought back memories of his, you know, saying, seeing him and him going into court. Now, Brittany comes out there to talk to him because he's sitting by himself. And the story is Morrison's daughter was 16. He was 18. He said he was young and cocky. He ended up turning 19. And on the night that he turned 19 was the first time that they had sex, which would have been fine because they were both under the age in whatever state that they were in. But the father didn't like this. And he already said that Mr. Morrison didn't like a black guy dating his daughter. So they were the one that pressed charges. I had a feeling that that's how the case went because we see this a lot. The parents, they don't like him. They go ahead and press charges. So he really went to jail for something he shouldn't have went to jail for. I mean, legally, he was over the age. And I know that's like a gray area, but it's still bad. So it's sad to hear stuff like that, man. I mean, that's the law. Damn. But he went to jail for having sex with his girlfriend. Now, Brittany, she's hearing all this and she already felt comfortable around him. So she believes in him and she's supporting him. And then she also lets him know, you're on a football team. You're going to go to the training camp. All right, let me know what you think about this whole situation with Jamison. Was Mr. Morrison wrong for this? Y'all, I know this is probably the easiest question we got, but yeah, we all know he was wrong. But I want to know what you guys think about it. And also, is Malik going to make it to the end of the month? Let me know what you think. I'm MoedotJ. If you like the content on the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jamie on the beat, boy.